Good evening. Enteng has intensified into a severe tropical storm, according to the State Weather Bureau. In its 5 p.m. bulletin on Tuesday, September 3, Pag-asa says severe tropical storm Enteng was last spotted 165 kilometers west-northwest of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Enteng was packing maximum sustained winds of 95 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 115 kilometers per hour. According to Pag-asa, Enteng is moving west-northwestward at 10 kilometers per hour. While Pag-asa has lifted tropical cyclone wind signal number 2 in the country, signal number 1 remains hoisted over Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, the northern portion of La Union, and Abra. Minimal to minor impacts from strong winds are possible in areas under signal number 1. Meanwhile, other areas of Luzon, especially the western portion, may experience moderate to intense rainfall until Thursday, September 5, due to the enhanced southwest monsoon. The State Weather Bureau expects Enteng to exit the Philippine area of responsibility on Wednesday morning, September 4. Government debt rises to a fresh high of 15.69 trillion pesos at the end of July, according to the Bureau of Treasury. The Bureau of Treasury says total state obligations increased by about 200 billion pesos in July, up by 1.3% from June. Government debt was at 15.35 trillion pesos in June. Compared with a year ago, the debt load went up by 10.1% or an additional 1.45 trillion peso debt in July 2024. The Treasury Department attributes the higher debt due to the increase in domestic debt brought by issuance of government securities and new government loans. However, the Bureau of Treasury notes the stronger peso provided some partial relief. The Philippine Navy logs the biggest ever presence of Chinese ships and warships in the West Philippine Sea since it began publishing its weekly tallies. According to Navy data released on Tuesday, September 3, a total of 203 ships of China Coast Guard and Chinese Maritime Militia, as well as Chinese warships, were recorded from August 27 to September 2. Before this, the highest number of Chinese vessels recorded was 163 during the monitoring period of August 20 to 26. This uptick in Chinese ships is largely attributed to a significant increase in deployments at Escoda Shoal. The number of Chinese vessels in Escoda Shoal rose from 53 during the August 20 to 26 period to 71 between August 27 and September 2. This increase in numbers comes amid the mounting tensions between the China Coast Guard and Philippine Coast Guard in the shoal. The most recent incident occurred on August 31 when China Coast Guard vessel 5205 repeatedly rammed the BRP Teresa Magbanwa. PCG's BRP Teresa Magbanwa has been deployed to guard Escoda Shoal since April due to suspected reclamation activities in the area. The Commission on Audit flags the Department of Education over its feeding program in 2023 after it discovered delays in delivery or non-delivery of Nutribun and milk intended for students in 3 regions. Based on COA's audit observation on DepEd for the fiscal year 2023, at least 21 schools' division offices reported delays or even the non-delivery of food products and pasteurized milk for the school-based feeding program. According to COA, the school-based feeding program had a funding of 5.69 billion pesos. In the DepEd regional offices of Metro Manila, Central Luzon, and Northern Mindanao, the audit team says there were either unsanitary packaging, questionable expiry dates, or pests and molds on the bread meant for students. COA says that during an inspection in the DepEd Schools Division office in Aurora Province, there were pests or insects spotted on the Milky Bun and E-Nutribun. Other food items delivered were also found to be either rotten, unripe, or crushed. Around 1,000 pieces of E-Nutribun delivered from September 2023 to January 2024 were returned to suppliers in Misamis Oriental for replacement after these were found to have molds. In response to these findings, state auditors recommended that all school divisions address these issues by incorporating extra options or alternatives in their menu for the food distribution program. As for the insect-infested buns, COA says DepEd had reported that it instructed its inspection team to examine the food preparation site of the supplier concerned. DepEd also assured COA that it would closely monitor the implementation of the feeding program in Aurora. Vice President Sara Duterte is urging supporters to extend aid and donate to Tropical Storm Enteng victims instead of her office. In a statement, Duterte expresses gratitude to those who are thinking of donating to the office of the Vice President. However, Duterte says donations should instead be given to those affected by Tropical Storm Enteng. She likewise urges her supporters to prioritize their own families amid the rising prices of basic commodities. According to OVP spokesperson Michael Poa, Duterte's pronouncement comes after seeing several social media posts aimed at initiating donation drives for her office. Duterte's statement also comes amid heavy scrutiny on the OVP's proposed 2 billion peso budget for 2025. The House of Representatives has deferred OVP budget's deliberation after Duterte refused to answer queries from lawmakers about how her office utilized its budget. In the Senate, Duterte had a heated exchange with Senator Risa Hontiveros after the senator questioned the OVP's requested 10 million peso allocation for the publication of the Vice President's self-authored children's book, Isang Kaibigan. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.